How you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. I have a brand new video today, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a story time. And I would want us to continue this conversation in the comment section, or you can just follow me on my Instagram. It's in the description box. Tell me what you think or what you would have done different from what I did. Also, watch until the end to know what I'm talking about and to know what the question that we will be continuing in the comment section will be. So, I had this one friend. We were really tight, like we went to like primary school together. We live in the same neighborhood and all that. And I remember like we were so tight, like to the extent of like if she wasn't home, like the mom knew like she's definitely at our place, and vice versa. Like if my mom didn't find me at home, she knew like definitely I'm at her house. So we were that tight. I remember we used to do like most things together. We used to talk like she was the my go-to person like whenever I had a problem or just needed to vent or to talk to someone. Like she would come to my house, we would do house chores at my house and then go to her house and then do house chores at her house and then just chill. So I remember this one time, I think I was in Campo and I think she was just home. We actually like age mates practically, and I had just come home. So I like passed by her place because I had not seen her in such a long time. We used to talk on phone, but I had not seen her in such a long time. So I had to pass by her place. So I went, we chilled, we talked and all that. And then she was like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, we're friends." Because we used to talk about like everything. So now when she's asking me, "Can I tell you something? Ama, can I ask you something?" I was like, "Okay." We don't even ask that. You just come out with it and it just flows. So I was like, "Yeah, sure, anything." She was like, "I need some money." I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "I need like," I think she told me she needs like 2K or 1500. So I had some money in my M-Pesa. So I was like, she was like, "I'll give it back to you in a few days." I don't know. She said she needed to do something and all that. So I didn't ask much, like I didn't push it. So I was like, "Okay, I have some money. I don't know if it can help." So she was like, "Okay." So I told her, "Let me go to the bathroom and then come back and send you the money." So she was like, "Okay." So I went to the bathroom. When I came back, she had already sent the money, but in excess. Like we were that time, she even knew my M-Pesa pin. So she had sent in excess. So I was like, "Okay, why did you send the money in excess?" She was like, "I checked and then I saw you have more and I need more." So I was like, "Okay." But you see, that money, the excess that I had was for me. I wanted to use it for something else. But then now she's my friend. So I was like, "Okay, let me just help you out. Like whatever I wanted to do can actually wait." So I was like, "Okay, fine, no problem." So I think a month went by. We actually started becoming distant after the few days she had told me she was going to give me back the money passed, like elapsed. So I was like, "Okay." Furthermore, like what I wanted to do with the money wasn't so urgent. So I was like, "Okay, fine." I didn't like bother about it so much. She was just getting into campus, so I thought like she's just settling in, like just trying to bond with other people around her school and all that. So I didn't bother much until I had need for that money. And I tried calling her like severally and she wasn't picking my calls. Like I would text her and she wouldn't text back. Like, and I was like, what is she doing? Like, what's happening? Okay, the first few days I didn't think much of it because you see, when you're in uni, we have different schedules and all that. So maybe I thought maybe she's not in a position to talk. So I didn't think much of it. But you see, if you find like someone had called you or texted you, you call back, ama you text back and find out like what the person wanted from you. But that was different. She never used to respond to my calls, my text, nothing. So I was like, okay. Like at that point, like now my mind opened and I'm like, wait, this chick is playing me, you know? So I was like, okay, you know what? We're friends. We come from the same place. So we'll meet eventually. We might not go home at the same times, but I'm sure we'll meet eventually and she will explain like what happened. So we just like lost touch like completely. So I remember this time I had come home for the weekend. So I we met on the road and she was like, you know, when you haven't seen someone who you guys were tight, when you see each other after such a long time, there's the way you guys behave and react. And she didn't do that. Like it's like she was trying to snob me or something. Like I'm sure alikuwa anipite because she was assuming like she hasn't even seen me, like, you know, and we're coming like from opposite directions, like towards each other. So I said hi to her and I was like, hi, blah, blah, blah. I won't say her name. So she was like, oh, hi, sasa, hata sikuwa nimekuona. How do you not see someone and you're coming towards each other? She was not on her phone. She was just walking. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, hey. She's like, oh, hi, I had not seen you, guy. Uko aje, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm fine, nini, nini. I told her, hey, by the way, I've been trying to reach you and you have, as in your phone has been going through sometimes it doesn't, but you don't call back, you don't text back. What's up? What's going on? Then, do you know the story she gave me? I know that I didn't give you back your money on time, blah, blah, blah. You know, I gave the money due to my boyfriend. The mother was sick, and then he told me he's going to give it back. I think just such a long story, and I was just like, because I was so pissed. Like, you don't do that to someone who has helped you in, like, when you're in need. Blah, blah, story mingi mingi, like, it didn't even add up to me. I was so angry, I just told her, you know what? Just keep that money. Like, I don't even want it anymore. Just keep it. She was like, no, I'll give it back. You know, he said he's going to give it back to me. Nini, nini. You know, the mom is not feeling well. I mean, if you came out to me when I was calling you the first time and you told me that, then I will have understood. But you do not wait until like after 2 months, 3 months, that is when you're telling me that story. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but to me, it didn't make sense. And I felt like she had betrayed me as a person, my kindness, and the fact that we were friends. Like, she betrayed our friendship and the respect that I had for her. Like, it just like iliisha too. Like at that point I just was like, you know what, you have betrayed our friendship, and even if I have forgiven you, I don't think we will ever go back to being the same. Like, I don't know if I can ever trust you with my issues and all that. So that happened. I just stopped talking to her because I didn't feel like I could trust her, or I didn't feel like the freedom to even talk to her. You know, if you're used to a person and you trust them, there's that freedom. You feel like you can tell them anything and everything. I didn't feel that anymore, and for me, I didn't feel the need for us to even talk, you get, because now there was nothing to talk about. You betrayed me, you betrayed our friendship, my kindness, my values as a person. You took advantage of that. I couldn't just like just close my eyes to that. I couldn't. Then like after a year passed and I met the guy she dated, and we were so surprised to even see each other because it was under very peculiar circumstances. So we started talking, we were like, oh, how have you been? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I've been nice. I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, oh, yeah, I know. I've been busy here and there. Nini, nini. We just talked like the general talk. And then he was like, why don't you ever talk to me again? Like, I thought we were also close because I was dating your friend. We were talking and all that. What happened? I was like, no, we fell out and all that. Not in a bad way, but we just fell out. Friends fall out every time. He was like, oh, okay. I thought it's because of something else. And now I was curious, like, what do you mean something else? He was like, you don't know? I was confused for a second. Then I'm like, no, I don't. And then he's like, okay. So now I was like so curious. And me, when I'm curious, man, then you have to tell me. Like, I cannot wait for that curiosity to kill me. No, you have to tell me what you're saying. So I was like, no, you have to tell me what you mean. So he's like, okay. So the thing is, your friend broke up with me. And I was like, okay, why? And he's like, because she thought that I was cheating on her with you. And I was like, what? What is that? Yo, like, I was like so surprised because we were on the road, we were walking. I was like, no, like, I even stood. I was like, what are you saying? I call like, so I told him, like, what time did you guys break up? And when he explained it, I told him, like, yo, me and her had fallen out before that. So he was like, wait, okay. And then the guy was like, I thought you're the one who told her that I was hitting on you. Like, no, we had fallen out like way before you guys, the time you were saying you guys broke up. And he was like, okay. The guy hated me since then until we saw each other because of something the friend told him about me, which wasn't even true. Like at that point I was like, okay, because when my mom, we had talked with my mom, and my mom knew like we had fallen out and all that. We no longer used to talk, like tulikuwa tunapatana kwa barabara and we just pass each other. So I explained to her now that the whole story. And my mom was like, you know what? You have to forgive her. You guys were really good friends. And to be honest, at that point, when I was meeting that guy, I was considering like, because I was coming from Tao to home for the weekend, I was considering like passing by her place and just saying hi and just talking. But when that guy told me what she had said about me, I was like, you know what, chick, you don't even deserve the second chance. How do you do that to someone you say you're friends with? You know, like it's just not nice. I don't know if you guys have had an experience like mine, but for me, from that point, like that kind of betrayal, as much as I had forgiven her and decided that I will make the effort for us to be friends again. Like I just couldn't do it again. Like it was just too painful for me. Like I just felt like I felt cheated because for me I took her as a really good friend, like more than like a friend, more like a sister. You get? And then you go behind my back after everything that you have done and say bad things about me and ruin my reputation. Like that is not nice. I don't know what you guys would have done different from what I did, and I would like to know like in the comment section what you guys would have done different. Like I would love to see it. Like I would love to see what would have done different. And if you think like I should have done something else, like just let me know. How would you have reacted to the whole story? Let me know if you've had a similar experience. Also let me know in the comment section. I would love to see your comments. And that's it. Me and her don't talk anymore. We fell out for good. Like hata tukipatana kwa barabara sahi, we don't talk. But I can see like she's ashamed of what happened. She doesn't know that I know the after story of what she said about me. But every time we meet, she cannot even look me in the eye. and at some point I feel like I should talk to her, but then the feeling of what she did to me like just doesn't let me. So that is what happened, and that is my story time, my friendship fallout. I have several, by the way. I don't know why people take advantage of my kindness. I don't know, and it sucks nowadays when I realize like someone is taking advantage of who I am as a person. Like it really sucks. But what can I do? I cannot change who I am, and I love who I am. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what your experiences with friends have been. I would love to see them. And also, if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Do not forget, and also do not forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Like I will not stop saying, subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Like it helps me know like if you love the content that I'm putting out here, and what other types of contents you would want to see. Yes, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless you.